Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to deal with question type which is called summary completion. And by the way, the last 4-5 questions in section 3, when time is running out, there are announcements, 5 minutes left, 7 minutes left, okay? So I'll give you all the tips and techniques. I'll tell you how to read the question and how to grab the clue word and how to find the clue word in the passage so that you could find the answer in less than half minute. Let's take a start. Okay guys, let's take a start. Choose one word only. There is no number, only one word, right? Basic techniques for extracting gold. Now, techniques for extracting gold. Now, we are very well familiar with the passage and we know where they talk about techniques for extracting gold. That pan method and the other method they mentioned, rocker and pan. So, these were the techniques, basic techniques. The most basic method used by many miners began with digging some. So, the most basic method used by many miners began with digging some dash out of a river. At one point I underlined river and hoping it might contain gold. Digging something from the river. So it is not here because mining started here. How did all these would-be miners search for gold? So we need to look for this one. Okay, yeah. Now river, I found river as well. See that? That is why always underline the words. So they say the basic procedure was. Now what is the question here? The most basic method used by many miners. They say the basic procedure was to place some gold bearing material such as river gravel into a shallow pan. River gravel. So from the river they got gravel. The most basic method used by many miners began with digging some gravel out of a river, right? Because they mentioned here very clearly, such as river gravel into a shop pan and some water and all that. So gravel is going to be the answer for 37. Gravel. Clear? Yeah, digging some gravel, and I found it here very clearly. You can see here river and gravel. So they dig gravel from the river or river gravel. If they say they dug sand from the sea, so it can be sea sand, right? It's very simple, no rocket science. Now let's move on. Then there is a lot of detail, 38, and we'll read from here. Gold dust. Gold dust which weighed more remained in the pan, or if the miners were lucky, there might even be some dash too. Now what is that? If they were lucky, there might even be some dash too. I told you in summary completion, the questions and passage, they are in same order and answers are grouped together. Right, so in order to find the answer of question number 38, we can just move around where we found the answer of 37. This and this paragraph, they will have two different locations. So if they were lucky, there might even be some dash too related to gold. So they said river carefully and sweat water light material on the side. If all went well, the heavier gold nuggets or gold dust would settle to the bottom of the pan. If all went well, if they were lucky, the heavier gold nuggets, or they actually use the word gold dust, would settle to the bottom of the pan. Gold dust or gold nuggets. That's what they say. What's the question? Gold dust is already given here. So this cannot be the answer. Which weighed more? Remained in the pan, or if the miners were lucky, if all went well, there might even be some dash too. And for that, they mention it clearly that if all went well, the heavier gold nuggets or gold dust would settle the bottom of the pan. So gold nuggets and gold dust is already mentioned. Gold nuggets will be the answer. I like chicken nuggets very much. So there might even be, because gold dust is already mentioned, second is gold nuggets. Now we have to write one word only. That is why we will write nuggets. Okay, I've got to make sure my spelling is correct. Nuggets. Okay, now we have a separate paragraph. So one is done. Now we have the second one. So I've got to look for a different location. The rocker was also used, a miner would put, now rocker, and we have a paragraph about rocker, okay. So the rocker was also used, a miner put some earth and rock into the higher end together with some water, okay. He would then shake the rocker, okay. Larger stone stuck in the dash. Now stone stuck in something, and that something is your answer, while gold dropped to the bottom. Stone stuck in the dash. Okay, let's just move on and we see where actually that stuck. Rocker is here. So because this is about rocker, I will read that paragraph. Okay. Alright, this is rocker. I say to have this. It was simply a rectangular wooden board, angle and rounded rocking machine mechanism. The dirt and rock was dumped into the top. The dirt and rock was dumped following by a bucket of water. The box was rocked by hand and agitate the mixture. The big rocks were caught in a sieve. Were caught means stuck. Wow, wow. The big rocks were caught in a sieve. See that? Caught in a sieve. And what's the question? The question is larger stones, big rocks and larger stones, they are the same thing. Stuck in the, now they say the and there they say a. So larger stones, where is it? Yeah, were caught. Big rocks and larger stones were caught in a sieve will be the answer. Alright, in the is already written, so never write a, just write sieve. S-I-E-V-E, sieve. That is the answer. Is that clear? Well done. Now last question and then we finish. Unfortunately, the rocker was not designed to catch what was called flour. I read about it. I know. I read about flour. However, a process was introduced involving dash to ensure no gold was washed out in the water. All right, flour, and then they went on. I got it. I told you my eyes are scanning eyes, huh? So flour, let me see. This thing flour, some miners added small amounts of mercury. What is the question? However, process was introduced involving to ensure. So for involving, they are using here known as flour. Some miners added a small amounts of mercury. Some miners added small amounts of mercury to bottom of the rocket due to its chemical composition. Some miners added and involving. So, however, a process was introduced. This is some miners added small amounts of mercury. Right, then they say that over here particles are commonly known as flour. Some miners added small amounts of mercury and that was the process to the bottom of the rocker. Due to its chemical composition and facility, miners would remove the and heat it as it vaporized and all that. So mercury will be the answer. However, a process was introduced involving dash to ensure no gold was washed out in the water, and for that they say mercury to bottom. Due to its chemical this, it had facility and to trap fine gold. Periodically the miners would remove and heat as it vaporized, it would leave gold behind. So mercury will be the right answer. M-E-R-C-U-R-Y, single R. Okay, mercury will be the answer. So guys, this is how you can deal with IELTS reading. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best and 8 band. Welcome back. Okay guys, so this is how you are going to perform in actual IELTS test, and 8 band plus is actually yours. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, My WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly, wholeheartedly wishes you all the best. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.